Hey, it's Soleil, and this is episode 229 of the Orange Pill Investor. And today I'm going to talk a little bit about MicroStrategy and the poor man's covered call that I got my dad's set up with today uh, on a Zoom call. I convinced him to peel off a little bit of retirement money and put it all on the line. So I'll go over what I set him up with. Been trading with him for a few weeks, and I've only lost him $1,000 so far. Uh, but he's a good sport about it. So should be good things to come with MSTR going forward, and hopefully I don't bankrupt him and have to find a room in the house for him. All right, so we didn't have enough cash to buy 100 shares outright. So I went out to 360 days, scrolled down to the 100 strike. Nice fat 0.83 delta. Maybe not quite a leaps because it was at 360 days, but over a year, I guess it's textbook. And I believe this must have gone up after we bought it because it was 7,500. And I wanted to do it today because on Tuesdays, that's when you can get exactly 45 DTE options. But apparently, the November 8th option must be like that odd month out or something. Sometimes they don't have they don't have weeklies for every single one, like out very far into the future. I'm assuming very soon they'll fill this in because, definitely by November they'll have weeklies on this. So, not really sure what the hell the problem is with the schedule. So it's just unlucky. So I went ahead and went out a little bit farther. I went out to the 52 DTE, which is not the end of the world. It might just take a little bit longer to collect the premium on it. Went ahead and sold the 170 at 52 days to expiration. Could manage this in probably 3 to 4 weeks. Collect half. And it brought the total cost down. We went ahead and paid for this in one single spread. That way he didn't have to peel off any other positions to make some buying power. If we had just bought the $100 call to begin with, it would have cost $7,500, and then you would have gotten $1,500 worth of buying power restored to the account by selling this after the fact. But went ahead and did this in one step and went through the formula on blue collar investing, I believe it is. And to make sure that this was a well put together poor man's covered call, you take the long strike, subtract it from the short strike. That's 170 minus 100. That equals 70. And then that $70, the difference between the two, plus the premium paid, should be equal to more than the value of the long call. If all of those metrics match up, then according to this website, it should be well put together so that you're not exposed to infinite risk. And you can see that you're still in the green, even if MicroStrategy gets up here, 200. Now, Robinhood's not going to give you a whole bunch more than this. And if once you get to here, it just says unlimited. So if MicroStrategy did go to like, you know, 10,000 or something by next Friday, it is possible that this could go upside down. But something short of that, this should pretty much keep up. And really, worst case scenario is that you'd have to exercise the $100 call in order to get 100 shares if they decided to exercise their 170. And you would have to be ready for that, because if you're literally just cutting it so close, like, oh shit, I only have $6,200 in this account. Well, you can't exercise a $100 call if you don't have 10 grand. So you got to be able to come up with the 10 grand to be able to exercise this damn thing if you want it to be fully protective against this 170. So yeah, the 70 plus the 15 is 85, and 85 is greater than 70. So this is pretty reasonably formulated Foreman's covered call here. And let's just look at one that wouldn't make sense. So if we went and we were down here, is 160. Yeah, 160 doesn't quite cover it. But let's say we wanted to sell one at the money. I was hoping that the graph would look more dramatic. But let's go to 3 days. And the reason I go out that far is because in order to make this work, if I go out here to 170, I really can't get enough premium here to push the difference between here, plus the premium paid, which is only like $50, is only going to be 70. So I'd have to go all the way out to like 180 and collect almost nothing. And let's see what the graph looks like if I tried to sell at the money. Yeah, see, this is what you don't want the graph to look like. Just a very teeny tiny little bit of green here. And as soon as MicroStrategy got to 193, you'd start getting wrecked on this trade. And it would just keep getting worse. So that formula is a very nice go by, and you can slide it up or down to be a little bit greedier or not. Let me see how greedy could I have gotten with this. Let's see if 175 would have covered it. Sorry, 165. We tried 165. 165 minus 100 is 65. And 65 plus 1680 would be 75, 80, 180. So that would still have worked as well. 160 may be cutting it a little too close. 160 minus 100 is 60. 60 plus, that is 78.53. Oh, that still works. So could have gotten a lot greedier with the premium, which also makes your total cost less. But if MicroStrategy does just rip before November, then selling up here at 170 captures more upside. So hopefully this will work out for dear old dad, and I don't have to worry about bankrupting him in his old age. All right, that's it for now. Be good, y'all.